Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech, protected.
Morning, Rockingham, and welcome to the feed. It's Mike Smith and Marty Gallagher. Here we are on July 8th, 2020.
You have your official tropical outfit on today?
Yes, we're coming with the tropical heat. It's going to be really hot this week. Talking about 90-degree weather. A little bit warmer today in the studio, but still not bad. We're down here in the bunker.
Basement, the bunker.
I want to point out our live feed from Fall Mountain here. We have, courtesy of Alex, we have some new
Great footage of Bells Falls.
Today we're going to be talking about the Rockingham Free Public Library. We're going to have Dempsey and Sam Maskell on. But first, Marty's going to give us a little update on local events and what's happening law-wise.
Just wanted to remind everybody that we have popped into July. Probably people were, focused on the 4th of July weekend last weekend. So it's time to put your new stickers out for the recycling center because the other ones expired in June. So you'll need your new stickers for the recycling center, and they are checking. So you don't
they check, and if you have, at least for me, if you didn't have your current sticker, they gave you your current sticker, and so.
And also reminding people about the food scrapping law. It was into effect as of July 1st. For both residential and businesses. And if you have questions, there's actually a lot of really good infographics and information on the Vermont government websites.
Yeah.
They really kind of walk you through it, give you a list of local haulers, give you a weighted little diagram of how to do a home composting setup. So there's no reasons not to do it.
Mm-hmm. You can't not do it.
You can't not do it. There's no reasons not to do it. And
I told you. The bag searches are starting next week at the recycling center. The dogs are coming in. That's Officer Chucky's new job, is going to be with the canine unit.
Canine unit sniffing out food scraps.
That's right.
Let's go on to the Rockingham Library.
Let's go on to real news. All right. Hi, Sam. Good to see you.
Hey, yes, thanks for having us.
So, we have this COVID-19 going around. How's that affected the library?
Oh, man. So we have been adjusting our services to do whatever is safest for the staff, the patrons, and the community at large, which meant back in March we went to digital-only services. And now we have opened up a lot of that. So we're offering curbside services, which means that cardholders can go to our website, log in their account, or just call us on the phone or send us an email to make requests. We fill a request, we set up an appointment for them to come pick it up. You pick it up out front, you can leave your returns in the bin, and our book drop is open. So if you've had stuff out since February you'd like to get rid of, we would love to get that back. And patrons can now check out materials. And we're going to continue adjusting. We're hoping that in a few weeks we're going to be able to start offering in-person appointments. So keep an eye out for that. But again, that depends on how infection numbers go.
Yeah.
If Vermont's infection numbers start going up, we're going to adjust to accommodate so that whatever we're doing is safest for everyone. But you can check things out. So it's been really great to see patrons coming in, even if they're just coming to the front of the library. We've missed everybody. Yeah.
So when you talk about in person, are you saying people would get an appointment and then be able to come at at 10:30 in the morning would be your appointment, and then you could go inside the library and?
So the appointments will start at the top of the hour, and they'll go. I think it's for 30 minutes. We're still talking about things, but yeah, basically come in. You can browse the collection. If you need to use a computer, you can use a computer. You can print. The appointments are brief because we don't want people to come in and congregate and hang out, which unfortunately is one of the things people love about the library. It's a place where you could just go and be. You don't have to pay for anything. Families could just hang out. But right now, that's just not safe. So we will be allowing, so you would make an appointment and you'd be able to come in, do what you need in the library, check the stacks, find new books, materials, and then check out and leave. But being able to do that in person rather than having to call the library or contact us to arrange for that to happen for you.
Right. And so currently people could call, and if they heard that the new Trump tell-all book was out, they could call you and say, "Hey, do you have the new Trump tell-all book?" And you would
And
be
we
able
will
to.
have it. There may be a waiting list, but we've got it. And you can call us at 802-463-4270. You can also email us. The two emails that get checked the most are reference@rockinghamlibrary.org and mine, which is youthservices@rockinghamlibrary.org. And we will happily help people find whatever they need. And if you're not sure about your library card, you can call us. We'll fix that account for you. If you need a library card, which are free to Rockingham residents and WNESU students and teachers, you can go right to our website, rockinghamlibrary.org. There's a brief form. We'll get you a card number right out, and you can take advantage of our curbside service and all of our digital services, because you can still check out digital ebooks, audiobooks, downloadable things. From our website, you can take free online classes. All of our reference materials are online. A lot of local history, a lot of things you can take advantage of with your library card.
Nice, that's good to know, because I actually I have a library card, but apparently that number is not like valid anymore. Do you have a newer numbering system?
They expire after 1 year, so that we can make sure we have contact
There you go,
information.
Marty.
That's all it is. It's so we have your address and your email and your phone number. Once we get that, you're all set. We'll do it for you. It's totally free for residents, Rockingham residents, and WNESU students and teachers.
Oh, good to know. So do you have, you said you have a lot of things digitally online. Do you have a list of the books available online, or is that more like Mike said, you call and say, I want such and such a book by such and such an author, and you say, yes, we have it.
Our entire catalog is online.
Oh, okay.
So you can go and browse our catalog, and we're working on some new things to be able to see what's new to the collection. So we hope to have that out on the website soon. But if you go to rockinghamlibrary.org, you can search our entire catalog.
Oh,
Everything is there. We are taking interlibrary loan requests again. So if you're looking for something that isn't there, you can request that through interlibrary loan, and that also is on the website. Or email us or call us, and we'll borrow it from the library and check it out to you like it's ours, and it's totally free.
Yeah,
That's great,
right.
because I think a lot of people, I constantly see people on Facebook, looking for book recommendations, and everyone is actually, I think, reading more.
Oh, I think a lot more.
Are you finding that? Are you finding requests up, or is it hard to tell?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Are you finding like your requests and more people are looking to, like your volume of people getting books is up, or is it hard to tell because you're not comparing?
Apples and
It's
Apples and
different.
apples.
All of our metrics, the things that we use to gauge how we're being successful, are weird this year. So our ebooks and audiobooks have gone way up, and now our checkouts aren't as high as they normally would be at this time of year. But they are definitely happening, and we are getting lots and lots of calls. We also offer readers advisory. We have a really well-read staff, and you can go to our website and fill out a form to request some personal recommendations, or just call us. So we'll have patrons who will call and say, I need to borrow some books. I've liked Longmire and Louise Penny books. What do you recommend? And we will pull some great reads for you.
Oh, that's really
That's
cool.
nice. That's like
Yeah.
personal shopping.
Absolutely.
That is service right there.
Yeah, and one of the things I always liked was the digital photographs online. The Rockingham. That's for me. That's a time suck. I get involved in that, and I can just sit and go from one picture to the next, to the next, to the next. It's just amazing.
Yeah, that's been a fun project.
Sam, I'm not sure if you mentioned that our book drop is open along the sidewalk now. For a while it was closed, but now whenever you want to return books, just put them in the book drop. You don't have to make an appointment for that anymore.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. That's
Yeah.
great.
And another thing, patrons, the community might not be aware of that we circulate are mobile hotspots. So this was through a Public Library Association Digital Lead National Grant that we have 4, and I don't have one with me to show you, but they are little hotspots that you can check out and take home, and you can connect up to 10 internet devices, and you can have internet at home or wherever you are as long as you get service. So those dead zones in Saxons River, I'm sorry, it's still a dead zone in Saxons River, but throughout the village and a lot of other areas, or if you're traveling and not sure if you'll have reliable internet as long as you're within the U.S., you can check out a hotspot and have internet with you.
That's
Wow.
great. I'm assuming that's probably been helpful with kids having to do remote learning. Has that been a big?
It's an interesting group that's been checking it out. There are definitely some families who've taken advantage of it. At one point, we had a food truck who checked it out to see if they could offer Wi-Fi at their stops, which I thought was really cool.
Oh,
That's
We
a
have
great
adults
idea.
who check them out, so it's a range of people who need it. But yeah, that's been one of our ongoing issues during this COVID pandemic is how are we providing services to people who don't have internet, who aren't connected in that way, and that's something we spend a lot of time thinking about, and how do we reach them and let them know what we're doing, and so it'll be nice when we can have in-person appointments again.
But you have a whole lot of summer programs coming out, so.
We do. And you want to start talking about the book group you're doing?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yes, we are so fortunate that we have Dr. Dottie Morris. She lives here in Bellows Falls, and she works as she has a very official title. She works as, here we go, the Associate Vice President for the Institutional Diversity and Equity at Keene State College.
Wow.
She's held this role for 12 years, and in this role, she provides support and direction to the entire Keene State College community in fulfilling its commitment to diversity and multiculturalism. Well, she offered to do a book discussion this summer because she is working from home also, so she doesn't have to drive to Keene every day. She has a little more time on her hands. So we decided on getting this book, which is the Vermont Reads book for 2020. We were lucky enough to get 50 free copies of this book for anyone in the community who would like to have a copy to read and possibly pass on to a friend. It's called The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. And it's a fiction book, but it's about a young teenager, I think she's 16, teenager who has a childhood friend who actually gets shot by a policeman for no good reason, and he dies. And this is the story of the community's reaction, her reaction. Just an amazing, amazing story. You get to know the characters really well. The main character is just, top student, amazing in so many ways. So this is perfect timing. I wish it wasn't, but this is perfect timing to read this book as a community. If you'd like a copy, you can call us or email us at the library. The number again is 463-4270. You can email me to get on the Zoom discussion list with Dr. Morris. That will be happening July 27th at 7 p.m. So we need your email address once you get a copy of this book. We need your email address to send out the invite to you. If you don't have a computer, you can join by phone. So call and leave us your phone number. So actually, this is a 4-part book discussion. The first one will be on July 27th at 7 p.m. That's a Monday. We'll discuss about the first 100 pages. And then each following Monday, August 3rd, August 10th, and August 17th at 7 p.m., we will continue discussing this book with Dr. Morris, about 100 pages roughly each time. And I think it'll be an amazing discussion. We have about 20 people signed up now, but we could get a lot more. And I'll be passing these out around town once I get permission from folks, but I'm hoping the Flatiron will allow me to put a stack there for people to pick up, and the laundromat, and let's see, what was the other place? Sam, you suggested another place. I don't remember what it was now.
To the health center.
Well, I can't hear you.
You could drop some off here up at the health
Sorry.
center if you
Parks
wanted
Place.
to.
Yeah.
Park
there.
Place, yeah. So hopefully they'll be out by tomorrow.
That's
So-
great. It's amazing timing. How did you Man, because this is so timely right now. It's unbelievable that you would have all this program up and running right when this is happening this summer.
Isn't that amazing? Well, we were doing some calling when coronavirus first started happening, and to our patrons that we see pretty regularly. And I called Dr. Betty Morris up and just check in. She's done programs with us before, wanted to know how she was. People seemed very appreciative of the check-in and see if they needed anything from the library. And she said, oh, by the way, I have all this time. If you ever want to do a book discussion, I'd love to facilitate it. And I was like, wow, that's great. That's so great. And we talked about the Hate U Give because Sam had written this wonderful grant from the Vermont Humanities Council. And we plan to have a lot of activities right about now. We plan to get the 50 books. We hoped we'd get the 50 books. Her application was accepted. But then everything kind of stopped, and Vermont Humanities Council wasn't sure what they were going to do about this Vermont Reads book. Because we usually meet in a community, in a room, that's sort of their preference. But Sam kept calling now and then, not pushing too much, but she finally convinced them that we would be reaching a lot of people if they sent us the 50 books. And yay! They
Yes.
decided to.
That's amazing.
At first we thought maybe this book would be a little too heavy with, the shutdown, everyone staying at home. It was kind of sad, but as time went on, it was like, we have to do this book.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's perfect.
perfect timing.
Yeah.
So we encourage anybody and everybody to give us a call so we can have your contact information, pick up a book, and join us, please.
Great, thank you. Sam, other programs that are going on, or?
So many. So every year we have an annual summer reading program. This year our theme is Imagine Your Story, so it's fantasy and fairy tales. But it's different. To register, you can go to the website, rockinghamlibrary.org. And I don't think I'll have them out today because it's supposed to thunderstorm, but usually in front of the library there'll be a summer reading table with a bin with reading logs and bookmarks, and families and kids can pick up a reading log, keep track of how much they're reading, and then once a week, message, call, email, let me know something they read that week, and they can earn a free book. And friends just bought a ton of books, so there's a lot of brand new books to choose from for all ages, and they can earn a new book each week, so they can end the summer reading with their little private library of
Nice.
books they've
That's cool.
self-selected, which in summer, that's really the important part of reading, is that we find that when kids self-select and start reading for fun, it helps them develop fluency, vocabulary, and be ready for when school starts in whatever iteration that might be in the fall.
Yeah.
But we also have regular activities going on. So Monday is a take and make craft. This week our theme was Jack and the Beanstalk, so they got a little book they could color and read, and a bean craft to grow. On Tuesdays, this week I lost my voice, so it didn't happen, but there's usually a story time, 10:30, that I post up on YouTube, so you don't have to have a Facebook account. And on Wednesdays will be our book groups, so that's bookmarkers for ages 8 to 12, and RFBL Reads YA, which is our young adult book group. And those will be happening later on in July and August. On Thursdays, also on Wednesdays, and this starts today. If you go to our Facebook page or just go to Children's Literacy Foundation, Google that, you can sign up for the Summer Storytellers. So for kids who have gone to Central Elementary or Saxon's River, they've actually probably heard these storytellers before, and they're fantastic. We'll be doing a book giveaway for Cliff, so kids will be able to get more free books that they can take home and have. So that's coming up every Wednesday for the next 6 weeks, and that schedule is up on our website. Totally free storytelling. On Thursdays, I usually do a musical story time. Again, my voice has decided to leave me, so we'll see how that goes tomorrow. It might just be rhyming and not singing. And on Fridays, we do STEAM at home. So science, technology, engineering, art, and math. Basically, I put together little science projects, and you can pick these up. They'll be available in front of the library all day Friday, and you do a science project at home. This week, they're going to be doing screaming balloons, which I know parents are going to love. But it's fun. It's a science
amazing.
project where you get to learn about centripetal force and friction. Who's doing
Nice.
that at home? And so I provide the instructions, and then I have some guided questions so kids can think about what they're learning and then tell them the science. So it's intended to be fun. We also have on Fridays Dungeons and Dragons. We've been doing this for years now, for ages 13 and older, from 5:30 to 9 p.m. We're doing it over Zoom because that's safest, but that's been one of our ongoing teen programs. And in August, we're going to have some virtual performances. I'll have those announced hopefully soon. And we also do lunch at the library. We coordinate with the WNESU. So any family, any youth age 18 and younger can be a part of this. There's no qualifications, there's no paperwork. Just let me know you're coming so I can order enough lunches. And the way the deliveries work is on Mondays, sorry, my coworker is helping me over here. On Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays, families can come to the library between 11:30 to 1. And they'll be given on Mondays and Wednesdays 2 breakfasts and 2 lunches. And on Fridays, 3 breakfasts and 3 lunches to get them through the weekend. So,
There you go.
So, and let me take care of them.
Man. You guys have so much going on. I can't believe it.
I
I
know.
know, she's amazing. She's amazing. Yeah.
I was thinking some of that stuff might be good as a show on Fact TV. Maybe we could do some sort of live feed, or she could come in and do some from the studio. That would be amazing.
That would be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
We'll
definitely,
talk about that.
you know, we talk about sometimes in our shows, we like to discover hidden treasures. And even though you guys aren't hidden, you're very public. I think that all of the things that you do at the library are just amazing, and you truly are a hidden treasure. There's
Oh,
so
yeah,
many things that
just-
you offer. You cover all age ranges. You give top shelf service, and I think that really, I guess the word out to the public today is take advantage of all of these things
Yes.
that happen at your local library, and most of them are free.
Yeah, all of those things.
Yeah. We do hope to this summer have a poetry open mic at some point, probably in August. And I believe in August we have the Windham County Genealogy Interest Group
Wow.
who presents through Zoom. Wayne Blanchard is the man who used to work every Thursday at the library, guiding people through their genealogy research, and he partnered with the former librarian in Brattleboro, and they are doing this every 2 months. They get together on Zoom and discuss genealogy research, a different topic each time. So
Wow,
stay tuned
that's
for
great.
that.
About 2 minutes.
Okay. We seem to have lost Sam, but I wanted to
She's
thank
there.
you guys for coming on, and hopefully you'll stay on for a little bit. We have about 2 minutes left. We wanted to do a quick announcement. We have elections, primary elections coming up here on the 11th of August for the Democratic Party. And so there are lots of candidates who are throwing their hats in the ring, and we're trying to get them to come on the feed. So we've had Kelly Tully on. We hope to have her on again. And next week we're going to have Carolyn Partridge. She's going to join us in studio for the feed. And then the week after that, we have Leslie Goldman. So we're hoping to get as many candidates on as we can so that people can hear what they have to say and what they do and what they stand for and where they are. And
Yeah, and
so
basically people to meet them that don't know them. You know?
yeah, because we're at, like we've been talking, we're at a pretty big time in with the COVID-19 and the money coming in. There's a lot of I don't know if it's new money coming into the state, but definitely a lot of money coming into the state that is going to be distributed, and these are the people who are going to be making those budget decisions. So we want to make sure we select the right people, the people that we want to represent us.
Exactly.
I think that's it for the feed this week.
Just reminding everybody, just real quick though, where's the best place to go to find out all of this information? Would it be your website?
Our website, rockinghamlibrary.org, or just call us, 802-463-4270. We're there. There's staff people in the building. Right now it's only one person per floor. But we are answering the phones, or email us, reference@rockinghamlibrary.org.
Perfect.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you so much.
And thank you, Ann. I hope you'll come on again. This is a great show. You've got way too much information for a half hour.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's it for the feed. We'll see you next week. And it's Mike and Marty.
Bye, community.
Bye.
Bye.